Hello everyone, International Master John Daniel Bryant here, bringing you a nice 5-minute game that I just played against one of my nemesis on ICC. Here we go. E4, D6, D4, G6, Knight C3, C6. So he's playing a strange modern. I usually like Bishop E3, and the idea with this opening is to trade off this bishop when he goes here and he castles, and after I play h4 it's pretty much going to be death for his king, because without his dark squared bishop guarding his king, he just has a lot of weak squares and my attack will crash through. So in this opening, black should generally try and castle queenside, or he should just leave his king in the center, which I don't like to give that type of advice. So queen a5. So now he's made it clear to me that he's planning to just totally delay the development of this bishop and knight, so I'm not able to do my normal bishop h6 thing. And so he's planning to just develop on the queen side and attack my king when I castle queenside. So that's what he's trying to do, but since he played these weird moves, I thought I should try f4 and get into an Austrian attack type of position where he's ruled out his best lines due to this weird move order. So knight f6, h3, I just prevent him from playing knight g4 here. Thought this is the best square for my bishop. Best square for my knight. Knight h5. So here many people would be tempted to try and liquidate the tension somehow, but I feel that the best policy here is to just leave it, and that's usually the case. You should let your opponent relieve the tension, because whichever side relieves the tension usually favors the other side. So I just castled here, and he castled. If he took here to try and get two bishops like this, well, I feel that my pressure on this pawn immediately, and combined with my next move of knight g5, is just too strong of a threat. Like he's either going to lose d6 or f7, so that's really big problems for me. Not to mention, I'm way ahead in development. So, anyway, he castled. And I follow my policy of not doing anything to touch the tension here, and I play a3. So my idea is just to play b4 and kick his queen out, gain more space, and also I'm preventing him from like having a safe square for his knight on c5 in case he wanted to take and then put his knight there, because I'd fork him. So b5. Oh yeah, so what I was thinking when I went for this exchange is that I'm exploiting the fact that when he played b5, he was cutting his queen off from the defense of this pawn. So I thought here that knight f6 was forced, and then I would just take this pawn for free, pretty much. But he surprised me with knight g3, which I wasn't expecting, because it seems like his knight has no future here. But he follows up with a strong move, f5, and now it makes sense. And things are looking a little bit scary for me. But let's look at the position. I took some time here. I think I took like almost a minute or something, and I determined that opening the position is not necessarily favorable for him because his bishop and rook are still out of the game. So I just said, whatever, I'm gonna take. I'll just take, I'm not scared. Just take everything. And so if he takes here, then I take here and I'm defending my pawn. You know, big deal. Well, first I'd take his rook. But yeah, I think I'm just going to be up a pawn pretty nice. So he went here, and now I wasn't really sure what to do, but my intuition told me that bishop c5 is strong. Well, and I did a little bit of calculation, and he responded with this bishop h6 move. So it's really annoying when you leave a diagonal or a square and then your opponent makes a move that immediately exploits your mistake. But actually, there's a tactical flaw with his move. I could just move my queen, but I saw here that I could win 3 pieces for the queen with bishop takes f5. And now after bishop takes d2, I have the in-between move, bishop takes
check.
e6 with check. And after king g7, I recover the piece. White has 2 bishops and a knight and a pawn for the queen, and it looks very nice for me because this bishop is just monstrous. So yeah, b4. I wasn't expecting that, but I managed to find this nice move, knight e4, which defends my bishop. It defends my rook once he moves this pawn. And if he was, for example, to take here, I just say thank you. I bring my rook into the attack, and then I have some nice options like rook g3, or I could take his rook next after he moves his queen here, which is the only... Well, he could play queen b5, I guess, but... Anyway. Oh, and by the way, when you have 3 pieces against a queen, it's usually good for you, especially when you have 2 bishops and a knight rather than 2 knights and a bishop. And in an open position like this, my bishops are very good. So he went rook f4. I just take the pawn.
Check.
Yes, here I missed bishop d4, which is the best move, and immediately he's going to start experiencing problems on this diagonal. That's okay. So I went here. I just thought I'd defend my knight and kind of defend this pawn. If he takes this knight and tries a tactic here to win my rook like this, that would be like, check. Oh no, I'm losing now. But I have an in-between move after rook takes e4, rook g2 check.
Check.
And now I'm up even more material. I have 2 rooks and 2 bishops and a pawn for the queen after the king h8, rook takes e4. And every single one of my pieces is defended here, other than my bishop and my rook. So next I would go bishop e7, bishop f6, checkmate, and that's pretty much it. But he saw that, so he played rook d8, and now I played this bishop d4 move. I just moved my bishop back to a nice square where everything's defending each other. And I'm preparing to play e6, revealing my bishop as attack on his king.
Check.
Yeah, e6. Oh, we were really low on time here. Fortunately, though, his position is pretty much lost. He had to try king f8 on the last move, but in any event, white is still way ahead. But king f8 was his best chance. King h6 allows bishop e3, and there's no saving this game for him anymore. Yeah, just rook f2, exploiting the fact that his rook here is pinned to his king, so he cannot move it. And after this discover check, I'm winning his queen.
Check.
Oh, the rest of the game doesn't really need any comments.
Checkmate.
But I managed to checkmate him with 1.6 seconds on my clock left. So overall, I mean, I kind of just took control of the game from almost start to finish, but when he played f5, it was a little bit questionable. But I enjoyed this game. I thought I'd show it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.